Walk with me to the garden. We're going to pick tomatoes today. It's getting to the end of the season and the plants are beginning to die down, but there's still lots of tomatoes to be picked. Some are even falling off the vine. So I'll pick anything that's out there that has any kind of red on it. If it is beginning to turn out in the garden, go ahead and pick it. Bring it inside and let it ripen where nothing can get to it. I have a place on my back porch that I let them ripen the rest of the way. That way, nothing can help themselves to your tomatoes in your garden. You have them safe inside, and they will continue to ripen. Tomorrow, all of these will be red. So now we're going to juice tomatoes, and I'm going to can it in my pressure canner. Make sure you get them all nice and clean. Wash all of the grime off of them, the dried leaves, the dirt, the dust. Take the stems off if there's any stems left on the tomato. Then I'm just going to core the tomatoes and then quarter them. Take off any bad spots. This takes a little bit of time, but if you have a good sharp knife, it makes it easier. I love my Hinkle knives. If you've enjoyed my video, I hope you will hit that like button and also subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So once you have all of your tomatoes cored and quartered and in pots to put them on the stove, I do not add any water to these tomatoes. They will make their own juice. Of course, that's what you're doing, is making juice. You want to stir occasionally. You don't want anything sticking on the bottom and scorching the tomatoes. I would make sure you're on medium to medium low heat and cover them. Now this is what you're going to strain your tomatoes with. This is what I use. It's a Foley food mill. It is a little small. I would have rather had a little bit larger one, but it does the job. And you'll just dip your cooked tomatoes into your Foley food mill or your strainer, whatever you're using, and turn the mill, and it will strain the juice and the pulp and leave the seeds and skin inside. Once you have that all done, you want to just dump that into a bowl. I feed that to my chickens, so they love it. And you're just going to continue doing that until you have juiced all your tomatoes. I learned to do all this when I was a girl at home. My mom canned everything. She canned tomatoes and green beans, made jelly, and I learned all of this from her and my next door neighbor, who we called Granny. I loved Granny. Once you get all of your tomatoes juiced through the mill, you're going to slowly pour the juice into your clean quart jars. I have quart and pint. You can do either. While your tomatoes are cooking is a good time to get your jars ready and prepare your lids. I have my canner on the stove already warming up. So I've come to the end of the juice, and I ended up with 3 quarts and 1 pint. Now I'm going to add a tablespoon of lemon juice to the quart jars of juice, and a half a tablespoon of lemon juice to the pints. In the quarts, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, and in the pint, I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. That is optional. The salt is optional. Take a damp cloth and wipe around the rims of your jars. Then add your prepared lids and rings. Only finger tighten your rings. You don't want to over tighten, so you can get those off. I pressure canned my juice. You can do this in a boiling water bath. I just find it easier to pressure at 10 minutes at 15-pound pressure. And I have some beautiful tomato juice.